It's just my own humble opinion.
Okay, well, it's 6:43 right now. And when you're requested to wear a face mask or avoid going out into crowds, part of the reason why is to prevent that virus from spreading among the most vulnerable who live in senior care facilities. And most of the elderly are closed off from physical contact with the outside world. But that does not mean that there's nothing going on. Cor Harlan live this morning to tell us more about what some of them have been up to. Cor?
Hi, Jenny. You know, these senior assisted living facilities have been hard hit, both in terms of the amount of deaths nationwide that have actually mounted up there, but also because the people that are there have restricted contact with the outside world, with their friends, with their relatives, where the places are usually used to seeing regular contact with. Well, I talked with a life enrichment director at a place called Homewood Heights Assisted Living in Milwaukie. She's the fun police, really, actually. I learned that just because regular contact with the outside world has been cut off does not mean that the good times have stopped rolling. Cinco de Mayo for these residents of the Homewood Heights Assisted Living Facility in Milwaukie entailed sombreros and a margarita in one hand, or even both hands, if that's what kept the people happy. It's about a good time, even when times around them aren't so good. For the caregivers, it's required out-of-the-box thinking to come up with things to keep people engaged, active, and in contact with others.
Most of the time, I just tell my residents, if you want to do something today, if you don't want to do this or you want to do something else, just tell me and we'll do whatever you guys want to do just to keep them happy and see a smile on their face.
My hair's long. I need a haircut.
Many of the 40 or so residents at Homewood Heights are keeping in contact with relatives using Zoom for the first time. It's not the real thing, but in a tight spot, it is contact with kids and grandkids made possible with online video chat functions. Outdoor gardening on a sunny day recently allowed people to enjoy the lifelong love of getting their hands dirty at a safe distance from one another.
1, 2.
There's been real enthusiasm here for hallway exercise, getting the entire floor together for a workout without leaving the shadow of your own doorway. And at another prestige senior living facility in Auburn, Washington, they see their relatives by giving an entirely new meaning to the phrase drive-by. The goal in all of this activity is to provide as much engagement as possible to keep the most vulnerable among us alive and well. And that has been a real difficult thing to do in this pandemic here, is keep everybody's spirits alive and happy. They have about 40 residents there at that facility we just showed you in Milwaukie. And again, just about every day they are trying to rethink ways and things to do to keep people's spirits up while the outside world has been shut out by and large for a lot of these folks. Jenny and Ken?
I love the chair exercises they were doing, but I also love the margaritas with the little hats they had on. That was so cute.
That's pretty cool. They have happy hour too. I can't go by without saying they have a happy hour once or twice a week or as well.
Go
Comes right to you. They roll a little cart right down the hall in front of the doorway. What's not to like about that?
What is not to like about that?
We've been through this.
Yeah.
Yes, you and I see this through the same lens, I'm afraid, right?
We'll end up at the same facility in decades from now, Cor. Yeah. Okay.
Down the hall, right down the hall.
All right. Thank you. Nice report.
Well,